right, guys, this is video number 2, part 2 of Men's Health Month. Last one we talked about mental health. This one we're going to talk about more physical health. Okay. Intro.
Physical health, just as vital as the mental health, what we covered.
Yeah. So men, I don't have a statistic for it, but we don't like going to the doctors.
Nope.
We do not like
find something wrong. There's a pain. Your heart hurts. It's have to take a knee. You're like, is it? No, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Nah, see,
Let's move on.
I can admit I'm really bad at that. I can't remember the last time I went and had a checkup. Honestly,
I can't either. I'm not be 100% honest too. We're very bad about it. It's just we make excuses. Work. We make excuses like well, if it gets worse, I'll address it then.
Yeah.
If the pain persists, I'll do something. Or
I'm strong enough to endure it.
Exactly. I'll take something. I'll ignore it. It'll eventually go away. And yeah, it may go away, but what happens when it leads to something else? What if other issues you have down the line is because you ignored that one little trigger, that one thing that was telling you, hey, maybe you should address this.
So as men, we need to do better at taking preventative steps when it comes to care. Because when you look at some of the risks that we have, prostate cancer, 1 in 2 men will develop cancer. So between me and you, one of us is going to get cancer.
That's wild. That's awful.
Or maybe neither of us will get cancer. Who knows?
That's shout out. That's not.
Yeah. When it comes to heart disease, 30% of men are likely to die at a young age from heart disease. Yeah. So younger than, say, if they were to take the steps to prevent it, go to the doctor to check up, get the medication to prolong their lifespan. We already know the lifespan between men and women. Men are usually die 5.5 years earlier than women typically do. Of course, diabetes is a big thing.
Yes.
Workplace safety. 94% of fatalities in the workplace are men. And that's because we be doing the most. I've seen the videos on like TikTok and Facebook of like, this is why women live longer. It's like some dude on a ladder in between a stairwell, like propped up against the wall, and I'm just like, yeah.
You take any shortcuts to get your job done, and yeah, I'm sure some of the, we do higher risk jobs and everything like that. I get that as well, but if you're intentionally creating an atmosphere for you to possibly injure yourself or worse, come on, guys.
Well, I mean, in the opposite regard, men do work more dangerous jobs.
Absolutely. Then your oil rigs, your pipeline, your underwater welding. There's so many jobs that people don't think about. Your wireless, everything, your internet. Right. There's lines that run in the ocean. Who do you think takes care of that? There's men that go down there and take care of that.
Yeah, and so taking steps toward preventive health. Get your routine checkups. Go to the doctor. Go to the dentist. If you hurt, which I always hurt because I'm constantly like working out at the gym. Yeah. So for me, hurting is like, oh, it's because I actually worked hard. Yeah. But sometimes you hurt and you just need to go.
But you know yourself well enough, especially if you're into fitness and you take well enough care of yourself. You know when something is really off. Okay, this pain, these DOMs, it's not going away. It's been 2 days. It's been 72 hours. It's getting worse. I've tried to do other things, not work that body part. I've done everything possible. I've cold compressed. I've heated. I've given in and even taken some, Tylenol or ibuprofen to help with inflammation. It's not getting better. Okay, maybe this is serious.
I'm getting old.
And that's usually what we think, That's like, fine. I'm 34 now. That's fine.
30, I'm shit.
It's hitting hard. It's showing up, Today the age is showing, but I'll be all right. I'll push on through it. Maybe in a couple more weeks I'll be good. But you're right. It is addressing those issues.
So another thing is we need to exile bad habits, like smoking. 1 in 5 men smoke.
Dang, still?
Yeah, still.
And I mean, that includes vaping, right?
Vaping, all of that.
Okay, yeah, figured that. The marijuana?
That counts, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then when it comes to drinking, alcohol kills 6 times more men than women.
Yeah.
And I forget the statistics, but men are also more likely to drink while behind the wheel.
Yeah, that logic.
We make some terrible decisions.
That logic.
I don't know why.
Combining those two things together is come on, with Uber, Lyft, with all that. There's so many resources out there that alternatives. Limit what you consume. Maybe have a DD. I mean, I don't do any of that or partake in any of it, but there's so many avenues out there that you should never think, I don't want to leave my car here. I'm okay. I'm Gucci. Why risk it?
Right.
Your life, other people's lives, the repercussions of that it's entirely too much. It's too dire. No.
Definitely too dire. So making better health decisions. So not only in maybe slowing down into drinking or slowing down into smoking or just stopping altogether. Eating better.
Yes.
If you're a man's man, if you like to put bacon on your cheeseburgers,
A lot of red meat. Not saying you can't do that, but moderation, balance, like we teach all the time.
Get your fruits and vegetables in, and
vitamins, taking care of all that, supplementing yourself as well is a good, useful thing to do. But not saying you guys can't live life. You could still enjoy some of those things you do, but there's such thing as having too much good, too much of having too much bad. So
right,
finding that balance, whether it's a cheat meal or every now and then you go in and have yourself a cigar. I know people who do that. They go to the cigar lounge, every now and then.
Right.
Indulge in a cigar. Have meetings. There's a lot of incredible things you do, that people do. And you take it. Having a drink with some friends, a business meeting or something, you have a drink.
Yeah.
A little bit of social drinking, I guess, it's acceptable.
And then also like 4 out of 10 men are considered to be obese, which I think I would be considered, even though when I think obese, I think Nutty Professor.
More rotund. Okay.
But based on their scale, I would guess I would be considered obese for my frame and stature.
Same thing with me. I'm considered obese, which is just they don't factor in muscle mass. They don't factor in other variables into things. They just say, all right, well your height, this is what you're supposed to be or whatever. This I'm like, bro, it's 2023.
Right.
How old are these matrices? Like the 70s, 80s?
Right.
When's the last time we really worked at this and said, all right, things have changed? Like, what's the average size for a woman for clothes? What's the average size for... You have to factor all that stuff in, especially the last 5 years. 5 to 10, lots changed. So, but, yeah, weird parameters there. But you're right. Being aware of yourself like that, taking care of yourself, watching your cholesterol, doing all that.
Oh, yeah, all of that. So, basically, get help. Go to the doctor when you need to. Eat better, stop drinking, stop smoking.
Yeah.
And in our next video, we're going to be talking about getting active. So... My name is Malcolm Eugene.
Will Robertson here.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Yes. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know how you're doing.
Yep.
With that,
outro.